I want to bring you on this message. God will. We're all work in progress. Why I'm telling this? Kasi naranasan ko yan eh.
The Jomoldi Experience.
What's up, guys? It's your Kuya Paz, and welcome back to our podcast, The Jomal The Experience, TJX. Ayun na nga, what is up, mga kapatid? I hope you're doing well today. At ito po, gagawa tayo ng isang podcast dahil nakaka-encourage kayo. Una po sa lahat, gusto ko lamang pong magpasalamat to all our valued customers. Biro lang. To all our loyal listeners. Katatapos lang pong lumabas ng Spotify Wrap. At thank you po. I feel so validated. For me, it's a big win. No? Kasi I started this, I think, 2 years ago. And then, we're growing. 2 years ago, or parang 1.5 years na tayong gumagawa ng mga episodes. Though, sometimes hindi tayo consistent dahil nga may mga ginagawa rin tayo sa buhay at medyo busy tayo at marami tayong sinimulan nung nakarang taon at in-establish this year, especially in BDJ. But, gusto ko lamang po magpasalamat dahil nakaabot na po tayo sa 36 countries at meron tayong mga top fans. Ang dami nun, ha? At kung hindi man ako fan sa inyong buhay, biro lang po yun. Hindi ko binibilang yun. Ang gusto ko lamang pong pasalamatan is, nag-grow po yung community natin dito. And sa totoo lang po, nakaka-encourage dahil may mga kinakounsel ako. At sinasabi nila, Pastor Jomel, thank you po for doing the podcast ng Jomel The Experience and uploading episodes kasi po nagbababad po ako doon every time na nalulungkot ako. Every time I want to listen, nakababad po ako at nagbi-binge listening po ako sa inyong podcast. Grabe, nakakatunaw ng puso yun. At saka yung part na pag nagla-live ka sa TikTok, may mga nagtatanong, kailan po kayo ulit mag-upload ng bagong episodes? Though, I don't know these people personally, but looking for those episodes and waiting for those episodes, nakakataba ng puso. That's why, gusto ko po kayong pasalamatan. Palaguin po tayo ng Panginoon. And of course, I'm doing this to help every minister, every manager, every leader, every person who wants to grow. That's the heart of this. Okay? I'm not trying to change your philosophy sa buhay ninyo, but I'm trying to relay what God says. Of course, from the Bible, doon naman po natin kinukuha lahat ito at hinahango natin do. Of course, may mga experiences tayo at sinishare ko yon, and I try to make bangga sa Bible if it's true or if it's not, if it's God's will or not, whatever. I'm not trying to portray something or trying to, alam niyo yun, inculcate, ano bang right, instill, or ano bang parang, may term dun eh. Basta yun, hindi ko nais na sabihin ito para ito rin ang inyong gawin. But, of course, I'm not trying to persuade you. Yeah, I'm trying to invite you na maganda gawin natin ito or whatever. So, gusto ko lamang po magpasalamat sa inyo. Yeah, today is Wednesday and December 10. 15 days na lang po at Christmas na. Grabe, ang bilis ng araw natin. At napa-episode ako ngayong... So, usually kasi nag-episode ako tuwing Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday. Pero Wednesday talagang aral time ko to dahil meron kaming Bethany Discipleship Journey. But today, bakasyon po namin. Wala kaming BDJ hanggang next year, January 7. So, marami akong time gumawa ng episode. Sana. Though, busy pa rin po tayo sa ministry and sa studies. But today, parang nakasisira kasi yung rhythm. So, I need to learn. I need to read. Ayoko masira yung rhythm. I need to do something. So, my rhythm and the pattern ng productivity ay dire-diretso. So, yun nga po. Hindi na ako magpapaligoy-ligoy pa kasi I'll try to make this episode quick as I can. Nakita nyo naman yung ating episode title, Never Win an Argument. Pastor, parang hindi ko yata kaya yan. Alam niyo po, sa mundo kasi talaga natin ngayon, no? We're living in a world that says, if you win, you're good. If you win, you're great. If you win, man, you're it. Di ba? Pag nanalo ka, aba matindi ka. But, hindi po lahat ng nananalo ay actually nananalo. Brief background lang po ng buhay ko at sa ministry ko. 10 years na ako sa ministry. 2015, sinimulan ko pong tanggapin yung calling sa akin ng Panginoon na mag-minister at maging pastor sa youth. Ang dami ko nang narinig ng mga side comments, attacks, criticisms. Dapat hindi ganito, dapat ganyan. Okay, good. If that's what you want, great. At ang dami ko na rin pong napagsalitaan. Ang dami ko na rin mga nabitawang words na, yes, somehow nakasakit. Kasi ang personality ko talaga very strong. Very vocal ako. I'm a Peter-like type person. Talagang outspoken. Kung ano yung nasa puso ko, sasabihin ko. I will tell in your face, this is the truth. I've been doing that for so many years. And I just realized, parang a year ago, 2 years ago, man, that doesn't work. At na-realize ko na, wow, hindi pala solusyon para magmukha kang magaling, dapat manalo ka sa kada argument, kada argumentor, kada usapan. Sometimes, you just need to listen and understand these people. Why? Because communication is very important. You know, I'm teaching you po paano makipag-communicate, no? I'm teaching you how to become a good communicator at para maintindihan yung mga tropang nakakasalumuhan natin. Yes, communication is very important. And don't forget this. Here, ito na, magsimula na tayo. Let's dive into the message. Our words have ripple effect. Our words have ripple effect. Kung ano yung sinasabi mo, huwag mong kakalimutan na meron niyang kinalaman sa ibang tao. Kinalaman niya sa ibang bagay. Maybe your words can give confidence sa ibang tao, or maybe your words can give discouragement sa ibang tao. Your words could give discouragement sa ibang tao, or your words can make the people or break the people. Yeah, because what you say today, what you say now, determines how your relationships grow. If you speak harshly, man, I tell you, may ripple effect yan. What you say today determines how your career grows. What you say today determines how people speak to you. Why? Because words have ripple effect. If you speak harshly to them, babalik sa'yo yan, mga kapatid. Kung ano tinanim mo, yun ang aanihin mo. What you say today determines how your subordinates, your members, your wife, your jowa, your friends treat others. Treat other people. What you say today determines how your friends treat others. Kasi kung nagsasalita ka sa ibang tao, or sa members na, for example, sa ministry, kung masakit ka magsalita sa kanila, talagang inaatake mo sila, iniinsulto mo sila, expect mo na ganun din sila magsalita sa mga nililid nila sa D-group. If you're a boss and you treat your subordinates and yung team mo harshly, expect mo na masakit din sila magsalita sa mga customers ninyo. Why? Because our words have ripple effect. And why I'm establishing that? Kasi po sa atin dito, akala natin kapag nanalo tayo ng mga argumento, nanalo ka or talagang panalo ka. But here's the thing. Walang nananalo sa argumento. Anong ibig ko sabihin doon? Naalala niyo po ba kung kailan kayo huling nagkaroon ng argument tapos nanalo ka? Sige, remember. Remember the last conversation you had, tapos talagang balitaktakan kayo, theologian ka, tapos kulang siya, tapos tama ka, tapos mali siya. Naalala mo po ba yon yung huling argument na nanalo ka? But here's the thing, nasira yung relationship ninyo. Sa mga mag-asawa, nanalo ka sa logic, nanalo ka sa experience, tapos tumahimik na siya. Nasira yung anniversary at nasira yung date ninyo. Sa church, sa ministry. Tama ka, maganda yung argument mo, theologically speaking, grabe, ang ganda ng pagkakalatag mo. Practically speaking, ang ganda ng pagkakalatag mo at pinagmukha mo siyang mali. What happened? Umalis siya. Lumipat ng ibang church. Worse, lumipat ng ibang relihiyon. Sa family, napatunayan mo yung point mo na tama. Dapat ganitong mangyari. Pero nangyari, nagkaroon ng lamat. Here's the thing. You can win an argument and still lose the relationship. You can win an argument and still lose the relationship. Alam niyo po kung bakit? Kasi wala talagang nananalo sa argumento. Remember this. Arguments are not about truth. Ito na, palalim na ng palalim ito. Arguments are not about truth. Let me tell you this, speaking of truth and speaking of argument. You can win an argument and still you're wrong. Ang weird, no? You can win an argument and still you're wrong. Bakit? You know how to sell. Especially kapag magaling ka magsalita, you know how to persuade people, you know how to sell words, you know how to sell propositions, you know how to sell your gestures mo, facial expression. Kasi ang galing mo magsalita, communicator ka eh. And still you're wrong. Pwede mong sabihin na tama na ang pinakamainit na bagay sa mundo ay ang earth, hindi ang sun. Dahil magaling ka magsalita. Same sa conversation. You can win an argument and still you're wrong. Because arguments are not just about, communication or the way you speak. Arguments are about control. Arguments are about ego. Arguments are about safety. Minsan kasi sa atin talaga gusto natin na nanalo. Sino ba namang gustong-gusto na tatalo? But the goal is, hindi yung manalo ka. Your goal is really to understand people and to connect with other people. Kapag ang goal mo ay manalo, automatic, talo ang connection mo with these people. And the moment you try to win, the conversation is already lost. Tandaan niyo po yun. Madalas, sa atin dito, gustong-gusto talaga nating nananalo. Bakit? Kasi, nafe-feel yung ego mo. Kapag nanalo ka, feeling mo magaling ka. Kapag nananalo ka, feeling mo kontrolado mo yung sitwasyon. Feeling mo kontrolado mo yung relationship. Feeling mo kontrolado mo yung buhay mo. But in reality, you just have lost the relationship. Kung babasahin ninyo ang Bible, the scripture doesn't reward winning arguments. James 1:19-20, anong sabi doon? Everyone should be quick to listen. Everyone should be quick to listen. Slow to speak is slow to anger. Mga kapatid, sa mga nakikinig po ngayon, walang verse na nagsasabing, be quick to prove your point. Be quick to prove your arguments and propositions. In fact, sabi rin sa Proverbs 18:2, a fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion. So, winning arguments is not wisdom, but understanding people is wisdom. That is wisdom. Kaya mga kapatid, kapag may mga taong pinoprovoke kayo to and they're opening doors or windows for arguments, just understand them. Don't try to win an argument. Kasi kung titignan niyo po si Jesus, ito, the greatest leader ever. Ito ang pinakamataas na standard eh. Si Jesus ang standard natin. Kung yung standard natin ay hindi nakipag-argumento, hindi nagbukas ng mga debate, alam niyo yung ginawa niya ni Jesus? Tingnan niyo po si Jesus. Jesus never won arguments by overpowering. Alam niyo yung ginawa ni Jesus? He asked questions instead of attacking. Jesus asked questions para magbago yung mind ng isang tao. Hindi siya nag-a-atake. Kaya sa akin po personally, may mga I can relate eh. Kasi looking at the life of Jesus, sobrang galing, nakaka-encourage. Ako po pag may mga kausap akong mga ibang mga pastors. Of course, ang mga pastor po at mga churches, iba-ibang mga kultura niyan, iba-ibang mga pananaw nila. Especially sa soteriology or salvation. Pag ang proposition nila ay losing ang salvation, using Hebrews 10, Hebrews 6, I just listen. And I try to understand, okay, good. But I'm not trying to debate them. Bakit po? I really take care and value our relationship. Does this mean I'm a coward? Hindi. I value our relationship. Kasi, bakit? Bakit ko ginagawa yun? Kasi po, even I will give a piece of what I know. Even I will give a piece of my so-called correct theology. Mababago ko ba yung pananaw niya? Hindi eh. Kasi unang-una, yun na yung kinalakihan niya. Tandaan niyo po, meron talaga tayo mga cultural biases, theological biases, personal biases. Now, paano ko babaguhin yun? Ilang beses lang naman kami nag-uusap. Could I change his theology? I can't. So, I'll just listen, try to understand what he is saying, and let God, lead him. Diba? Tignan niyo po sa Facebook. Kapag nag-post ka ng mga propositions mo doon at mga argumento mo, nagbabago ba yung mga pananaw ng mga kapitbahay ninyo at mga friends ninyo? Hindi naman eh. Diba? Ang nararamdaman nila, threat ka. Kaya binablock ka nila. Instead of lumalalim yung relationship ninyo, lumalalim yung inyong samahan, hindi, nagiging threat ka. Ayan, block ka. Kaya pag may naglalabas ng mga saloobin, sa akin lang pag naglalabas sila ng saloobin nila, ng mga argumento nila at ng kanilang mga pananaw sa buhay, huwag ka na mag-comment. Tignan mo na lang at basahin mo na lang. Kasi hindi naman nila mapapansin kung nakita mo yun or nilike mo yun or whatever. Huwag ka na mag-comment na i-oppose mo pa sila. Man, I tell you, you will be a threat to them. Pinalalayo mo lang yung loob mo sa kanila. At kung ikaw rin naman, nag-post ka ng mga argumento mo at ng mga pananaw mo sa buhay at nag-comment sila, di na natin control yun. Pag nag-comment sila, huwag ka nang sumagot. Di ba? Kasi walang mananalo. Maybe you won the argument, pero here's the thing, you just lost your relationship. Mhm. Going back to Jesus. Jesus never won arguments by overpowering. Jesus just asked questions instead of attacking the people or kung sino man. Remember, si Jesus ito pa. Nung nasa harap siya ni Pilato at nasa harap siya ng crowd, nag-over-explain ba siya? At dinibate niya ba si Pilato? Dinibate ba niya si Barrabas at yung mga tao at yung mga Pariseo nandun sa gilid na nagpapapako sa kanya? No. He was silent. Yung picture ng pagiging silent niya before Pilate, it signifies his strength, not weakness. He knows the truth. He knows the will of the Father. So he was silent. And here's the thing. Alam niyo po kung bakit gustong-gusto natin na manalo sa argumento? Yeah. Why arguments feel good? First, it's because nakaka-validate ng ego. Di ba? Feeling mo you're in control. At kapag nasa church ka, pag nananalo ka sa mga argumento, feeling mo righteous ka. But truly, arguments feel productive, but they rarely are. Hindi siya talaga sign of productivity. In reality or reality check po, arguments escalate emotion. It provokes someone's emotion. Ano pa? It shuts down yung listening moment natin or skill natin. Imbis na makinig ka, salita ka ng salita, walang nananalo. In fact, you create winners, you create losers. Dalawa lang naman yan. Walang tabla sa argumento eh. Kung walang magpapatalo, may panalo at may talo. And if someone has to lose for you to feel right, man, the relationship already lost. So, sa akin po, every time we try to win an argument, dalawa lang. May panalo, may talo. Saan ka doon? Kapag nanalo ka, you feel good. Kapag natalo yung kalaban mo, he feels wrong. He feels being belittled. And then you just lost the connection or maybe the whole relationship itself. Maganda, i-shift po natin yung goal natin. I-shift natin yung goal natin from winning to understanding. Ang ganda nun. Let's shift our goal from winning to understanding. Okay? At bigyan ko po kayo ng mga phrases na pwede ninyong sabihin kapag may mga nagpo-provoke ng mga arguments. First, I have here 3. Guys, or man, friend, help me understand where you're coming from. Yung tone mo, yung gesture mo, okay? And yeah, the way you say it is very important. Friend, help me understand where you're coming from. Bakit po? Alam niyo kung bakit? Ito na. Here's the exciting part. Here's the cheese. Help me understand where you're coming from. Because the person you see is not the person you are talking to. The person you see is not the person you are talking to. Anong ibig kong sabihin doon? Yang nakikita mo ngayon at kausap mo ngayon, hindi siya yan. Kung galit siya, kung masungit siya, kung bigla siyang sumisigaw, hindi siya yan. For sure, hindi siya yan. Merong pinagdadaanan yan. Yung nakikita mong crew sa Jollibee na nasungitan ka at hindi ka pinapansin, hindi siya yan. Maaring at the back of his mind or yung crew na yan na kausap mo sa Jollibee, maaring yung nanay niyan may sakit. May cancer at iniisip niya saan niya kukunin yung pampakimo at saan niya kukunin yung panggamot ng nanay niya. Sa church, yung mga matamlay na mga ministers at mukhang hindi passionate kasi hindi sila kasing passionate mo, man, hindi sila yan. Baka iniisip nila kung papaano sila makakakuha ng pang-tuition nila o baon nila bukas kasi nawalan ng trabaho yung kanyang mga magulang. The leader, your boss or your pastor, yung boss mo na nasigawan ka or nasungitan ka or parang hindi ka pinapansin, hindi siya yan. Baka naman, he also wants to be validated and appreciated too. Kasi wala na nag-appreciate sa kanya. Puro na siya palabas. Puro siya na lang yung nakikinig. Hindi na nakikinig sa kanya yung mga tao or hindi siya nabibigyan ng time. So, ask them, help me understand where you're coming from. Because the person you see is not the person you're talking to. Second is this, I might be missing something. Can you explain? Second phrase you can use is this, I might be missing something. Can you explain? Let him explain. Before you talk, listen. Before you talk, understand. Let them explain. Number 3, this is very powerful. This matters to you. Tell me why. Bakit nila ipinaglalaban yung mga arguments nila? Kasi mahalaga sa kanila. And ask them, why? So you can understand them well and deeply. Okay? So, these statements disarm, not dominate. Ang goal po natin, alam nyo, magkaiba po kasi yung magkaiba po kasi you're stating facts and evidences versus you're trying to win an argument. When you're just stating facts, when you're stating evidences, you're calm. There is clarity. There is truth. And of course, yung tone natin, very calm. And you try to understand where they're coming from. You're trying to understand, mahalaga sa kanila to. That's why, tell me why. Diba? Pero yung mga talagang gusto manalo ng argument, they're very provoking. They want to dominate instead of understanding where they're coming from. Diba? Ano sabi sa Ephesians chapter 4 verse 15? Speak truth in love. You can state facts. You can state the truth. You can say the truth and you can show evidences in love. Okay? Don't lose that connection and relationship. Ang tagal nyong binild yan. 10 years, 15 years yung binild yan, and now sisirain mo lang dahil sa isang argument. Okay? 1 Corinthians 13:5. Love is not seeking. And arguments are often self-seeking disguised as truth-seeking. Philippians 2:3. Do nothing out of selfish ambition. Balikan natin si Kristo, the standard of our leadership. Do nothing out of selfish ambition, sabi doon, Philippians 2:3. Christ did not win arguments. Anong ipinanalo ng Panginoon? He won lives, he won hearts, he won minds, he won connections. He did not burn bridges. He bridged the gaps. Diba? Yung tinanggal niya yung gap ng mga Hudyo at saka ng mga Hintil. Bridge niya ang mankind sa Ama. So, He bridged the gaps. Ang ganda. Why? Because Jesus loves connections. Kaya nga sinasabi natin na minsan, di ba? Christianity is not about religion. It's about relationship. We have to value relationship. So, as my closing statements, ito yung mga closing statements ko. You don't need to win this argument. Guys, don't win an argument. Win a relationship. Okay? Try to understand them. Shift from winning to understanding. You need to protect the relationship because relationships carry the mission. Relationships carry the vision. Relationships carry your work. Relationships carry the gospel. Relationships carry your next move or next ministry. You have to protect the relationship. Value your relationship with your friends instead of winning arguments. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much po for listening this podcast. Mabuhay po kayong lahat. And I'm going to see you soon. Amen. Mabuhay. God bless you.
Gabi nga maliwanag, daming kong plano. Purpose sa bulsa, di lang basta nyano paano. Bawat salita, bawat hawak ng mic, para to sa Diyos na sa akin ay nagbigay ng buhay. Di lang to kwento ko, mas malawak pa, para kay Kristo, sa susunod na henerasyon pa. Hindi para sumikat o para lang makilala, kundi para malalala ang ngalan niyang dakila. This is TJX, the Jomel, the experience. Buhay para sa kaharian, hindi lang for appearance. Luwalhati sa hari, bawat linya, bawat breath. Itong podcast na to ay alay at panalangin ko sa Kanya. Nindibigay ko ang lahat para sa pag-ibig at ilaw, para sa asawa ko, sa kids ko, sa bawat araw. Hindi madali itong landas, pero kaya with grace. Step by step, faith by faith, tinatakbo ko ang race. Mga pangarap na sa journal, panalangin sa bibig, pinili kong daan. Di man madali pero legit, alam ko may plano siya para sa akin. Kaya di ako titigil kahit saan man dalhin. Dito tungkol sa likes o kung ilang views, ang mahalaga maging tapat, di fake news. Bawat salita ko sana truth ang marinig, para sa next gen tumayo akong matibay, solid. Di lang palabas, palat o poly at binhing wagas. Yun na nakikinig, may papel ka rin. Halika buuin natin ang kinabukasan natin. Di lang palabas, ito'y calling, apoy at binhing wagas. Sa'yo na nakikinig, may papel ka rin. Halika buuin natin ang kinabukasan natin. This is TJX, di lang palabas, ito'y calling, apoy at binhing wagas. Sa'yo na nakikinig, may papel ka rin. Halika buuin natin ang kinabukasan natin. Ito'y calling, apoy at binhing wagas. Sa'yo na nakikinig, may papel ka rin. Halika buuin natin ang kinabukasan natin.